Fans, we're here at Rob Livchak. He is the newest member of the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League Hall of Fame, former Lima Locos manager, two-time champion. And Rob, just kind of tell us about your feelings right now after we've just had the ceremony. You've thrown out the first pitch, and you were able to come back here to Simmons Field.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I got to see some of my old ex-coaches that were in that dugout with me. To come to the Lima Locos is an awesome place to come watch a ball game. And for these guys to honor me in the Hall of Fame, great honor. Was never expected.
Talk to me about how you found out about the process as far as getting inducted in the Hall of Fame, because you haven't been around for a little while.
Right.
Talk about that.
Well, I ended up getting a phone call from Sean Boley, and voila, he said, "Oh man, you sure? Yeah, yep." And they're going to honor me this summer, and I'm very proud to be part of this expensive year in this organization. From the very beginning, ever since the very beginning. So one of the phenomenal things is that now it's a family atmosphere, and these guys come back and understand the parents here that house our ball players and all the funding. I could go on and on. Sorry, guys. But,
tell me about 1991 when you first came here. Barry Rubin was running the show, and quite the character, him and Tom Francis. Talk about how they got you involved in this.
Well, their coach ended up getting an assistant job, so he couldn't do the Locos, and I was a graduate assistant at University of Toledo, working with the pitchers, and I met him and Marty Glazier, who was our stat guy, in a deli up in Toledo, and interviewed there, and I said, yeah, I'll come down. My wife was up there. She was working in Toledo, and came down and ended up coming here. I thought, okay, I wanted to get in baseball and coach college. Big thing was I wanted to coach high level, and so I started with them. And I ended up just staying here, and it's worked out. I'm here for 31 years, and they're honoring me tonight, which God's blessed me.
You got the highest level of this league back in '93, winning the championship for the first time.
Yeah.
The first one's probably always the most special, right? Just talk about that group of guys.
That group of guys was a very special group. Jim did a great job of recruiting that year, and we had a couple high draft picks. Simmons from Michigan and Brown, he was from Indiana State. He ended up being Texas first-round pick, and we had some quality minor league pitchers on that. But those guys, they did their job, and they could go ahead and come back from being behind. They never thought they were out.
Part of what makes this place great is the characters, right? Especially, and a lot of them are in the crowd.
Right.
Talk about the fans, man, because this has to be one of the most rabid fan bases in the entire league.
Yeah, one thing, what playing minor league baseball taught me is that if you interact, especially at home with fans, they're going to like you, and pretty soon they're going to give you a heck. If you're not doing the right job, but they'll also be the ones, and that's what these guys are good fans, because they know the game, and so I was like, they're telling exactly what I'm thinking, and you should be thinking that too. Now get yourself ready to go. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like, all right. I never had when we moved over here, I never had to yell at home plate umpire. I just say, I don't have to say anything. They're saying everything I want to say, because that's how good they were behind it.
Yeah.
So, no, I always had fun interacting. You can ask the people around me. I love talking to them.
Absolutely. And you've interesting relationship with the umpires, and it's funny that one of your assistant coaches is not only an umpire in this league, he's the assigner, and he had the assignment tonight, man. That's Ron Black. Talk about Blackie and the rest of your assistant coaches as well.
Well, Blackie, I met him in '91. He did the first game when I was managing the Barons out there at Ohio State, Lima, and Road State. And he brought my assistant coach, Dave Coleman. It was his first game. So we've known each other for all those years. And then Dave ended up coaching the men's basketball here at the campus. And so Blackie ended up moving on and moving up well in the NCAA umpire. Rich Corkate, he was my catcher I beat up in college. He got hammered. He's from Bath, He helped me out when I had to come back a half season. He'd come back and help me out there. And then Nick Morris played for me, and then ended up coaching with me for a couple of years as assistant. So I've been blessed with some, and there's many other, Jimmy Morris and his brother. We have had some fun doing this.
All right, I got one more for you, and that is, let's talk about a guy who was inducted, I think 2 years ago, who's no longer with us, but he put this place on the map simply by covering the team in the Lima News, and that's Tom Usher.
He was a very special man. He made me feel like I was a big league manager. He really covered the game. He was really enthusiastic. He told it like it was. And I'll never forget, I forget what year, he traveled with us on the bus for our East Coast trip. And he wrote about he just did the itinerary, what happened that whole trip. And it was in the Lima News. And he covered us very well. I mean, I could not get closer to being in the big leagues with him, with Vince Koza, with Todd Walker. All the media around here makes the Lima Locos the Lima Locos, because some other teams won't get. And even Grand Lake, you guys go down to Grand Lake. Now those guys say, yeah, they show highlights. There's not Galleon doesn't do that. So that's why it's special to come here, and that's why these crowds are here. So that's about it, guys. I just love this team and this organization, and I just praise God for the opportunity.
Well, Coach, it was long awaited, well deserved. Congratulations, and I hope you enjoy your night here.
Oh, I thank you. I'm going to enjoy it for sure, guys.